That's a lot better. I just can't describe what it's like recording, half sleeping on an empty stomach. Yeah, it's not fun, let's put it that way. Choice of wine and liquors. Okay, what if I want pop? Is there a pop shop? Of course there is, it's called a convenience store.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I've actually always wanted to go to a milkshake bar, as weird as that sounds. I know it's completely out of the blue.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Wait, what? I'm sure they said at the beginning that she was 14.
Come this way.
What even? Ex-husband? Jesus fucking Christ, America. What even are you doing anymore? Yet there's nothing behind the bar. A cowering slave child. I think that's where we're going at this point in the game. See, I've got to have heard that wrong then. Ex-husband at 14. Bloody hell, what are you, Mormons? I've got a couple of kids too.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her.
Shouldn't have let the alcoholic sleep in the back of your liquor store? No, probably shouldn't have, no. What's it beeping at?
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
I know, right? Already in her teens and not employed? I mean, really. I know, I've got to have misheard at this point, I know I have. See, perhaps he was supposed to be 40s?
Maybe Evelyn did something
Instead of 14, but Captain McIrish mispronounced it and they didn't check. That's really all I can assume at this point.
A few years ago.
Yeah, it's been 2 years since she went out of work, so yeah. Yeah, it must be 40s, not 14. It makes a little more sense, at least. And by little, I mean a lot. Seriously, that was... Oh, whatever.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Oh, now here we have a picture of her with a bunch of other kids. Make your fucking mind up, game. What is going on? Is she 40 or 14?
Evelyn was reading Aristotle.
Evelyn wasn't stupid.
Or am I just really not getting that, by the age of 14, it was normal in America at this time. She'd be, married and have kids and stuff. Had a drinking problem. McCaffney, eh? So you can't trust a man who wears an ascot. And that's all the clues, apparently. All the clues. You ever notice that you get more real-time reflections in third-person games than you do in first? Just observation I've always made. Time to ask him all the questions.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Interesting. I mean, I can perfectly see a drunken vagrant doing so. You're not doing that dodgy looking away business, so I guess that's the truth. I mean, I don't really have any evidence, other than the fact she didn't have any money in her handbag. So pretty much I'm just gonna have to go with truth.
Any idea where the money came
Oh, there you go.
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Yeah. Give an angry person a drink. That sounds like a great plan.
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
If it wasn't for the fact that this is a Rockstar game, I'd find that rather endearing. As it is, slightly creeped out. That you'll miss the homeless girl you kept in the back of your shop. Who may be 14 or 40. Anything in between at this point.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Okay.
Nothing
really to say about that, it was just depressing.
McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Now you're doing a slightly different animation now. Oh, just about see it because your eyes are really, really small. And you keep looking down and away,
You're
so...
struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him.
No, I knew
What I
it.
gather, the feeling
I knew it was
far
that
from
ascot-wearing freak.
He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks.
Grand.
Get the guy, huh?
Yeah, there's the plan. I can't guarantee it'll be the actual guy. You seem to keep missing him an awful lot. Okay, turn and face that door then, Cole. That's the game's subtle way of saying, we're leaving now. Sometimes this game's like going to a party with an autistic guy, it really is.
This one?
And where exactly are we going?
Going back to the bar. Ask McCaffrey about his little lady tramp friend. The douchebag and the tramp. It's a wonderful story, coming soon to Disney.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Go to...
11 King, en route. Let's not
Yeah.
keep the man waiting, folks.
Yeah, I'll do that later, no problem. First I need to go ask McCaffrey a few questions. And by questions I mean beat him with a phone book. Make a noose out of his irritating little cravat. Goddamn douchebag. Oh, okay, or not, or I could be automatically teleported to the police station. Guess that's also an option. Okay, never mind. That's a thing I can do.
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Not Ray Pinker. Who the fuck's Ray Pinker? That's the coroner, right? So, don't worry, I'm not that bad at memorizing names. Not entirely, anyway.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copy.
Exactly the same
Been
MO.
banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers.
And the boot print's always exactly the same.
Each woman, same brand, same color.
Yeah, that too.
Teresa Tarleton didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said "cunt BD."
That's one way.
As far as you can be certain. What was it? In Cyrillic or something?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Great man of the people, Rusty, as
I
always.
had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
I think I can hazard a
Good
guess.
leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers.
Kind of man that thinks Dead Space is a
What they
porno.
reports.
That's the kind of man he was. So yeah, we got called all the way back here.
We got our
Just to go,
orders.
yep.
Back to the
In case you hadn't guessed from the fact that Cole keeps pointing it out every 5 seconds, there probably is a real Black Dahlia killer involved. Really?
Mouthpiece store strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA
Directions. There we go. For some reason I always get confused. Oh, wait. I can use the telephone for something. What do I need to use the phone for?
put him down in the
Operator,
sack.
message for KGP.
Where the hell's Rusty going? Special on donuts out there, is it?
Phelps, badge 12.
Probably heard the ice cream truck from 12 blocks away.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am.
Sweet. One more place to check out. Because first I need to go back to that bar. Actually, ask him some questions. I mean, well, actually, maybe I don't. Maybe he's already... Oh, the bar's crossed out now.
Where are we headed?
Okay, whatever. I'll to the bowling alley first.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with it?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Prince amongst men, Rusty. I would have been with you if you'd said that, you know, this was a guy you knew was guilty of another crime, and this was the only one you could get him on. Well, admittedly, when I had my chance to do that earlier with Pedo Boy, I didn't take it, but that's more due to the nature of the crime. Couldn't really justify letting a career criminal, shall we say, take the rap for a murder and leave the murderer running free. Though it looks like he may not have been the murderer after all, so perhaps I should have. Although, if that was the case, he would have ended up being released and, you know, get a game on his actual crime, ideally.
Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new.
You're the oldest NPC I've ever seen.
This is business, Florence. You got a guy...
This is what happened to Princess Daisy when she retired, by the way.
We do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Okie dokie.
He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am.
Potential murderer, but sure, why not? All kinds of nice, I'm certain. And there he goes. Making a run for it. Might as well stop now, chum. This isn't going to end well for you. Whenever you run from the police, I end up having to give chase, and there's crashes and all sorts. See, I know you can run faster than that, Cole. Need to engage third gear, mate. Nice car. Damn nice car. I'm not certain why it's been left outside with the keys in. I'm not certain whatever happens in this game. Or any other for that matter.
What are you waiting for? Get after
Unlocked the Chisala Coupe. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Wow. Oh, hello.
Flashy cars to be parked outside of
Fast but very floaty.
Trains attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual.
When bowling was a glamorous sport. That was 2 years back in the 50s. Yes, it's a lot faster than the other cars. Really, really floaty controls though too. I mean really floaty. Jesus Christ.
They always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight.
Slightest turn of the control stick and I go all over the damn place.
Sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Shut up, Rusty.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the
Stop.
trouble.
Police. What happened is I caught your stupid ass. Outside a prop from the set of the Flintstones movie, apparently. Rather unceremonious, just out of the car, into the paddy wagon, and yeah, seriously, I'm standing outside a set from the Flintstones movie. Clifton's, let's go to Clifton's. Let's all get smashed on tequila slammers. I don't know. I'm saying words. I don't drink, so that might not even be a real thing.
Case notes. And where exactly are we going?
McAfee's first, I think. Do 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 do. Booty boo, wah wah wah. Stop! This is the police. Just taking this fancy car everywhere with the giant bonnet. I sort of missed that from cars. Ooh, wait. Should actually look up which number he's in, shouldn't I? That might help.
McCaffrey's in apartment 6.
Grand. Right, where's apartment 6? That the ground floor or first floor? First floor it is then. Jog up a flight. I can remember how to do the... See, I've been playing Final Fantasy 12 again, so I just can't re-grasp the controls. And after playing this, when I go back to Final Fantasy 12, I'll be spinning the camera around in random directions on that game as well. Right, room 6 is this way. At least that's what it said, anyway.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Well, fortunately I have the master key.
Means there's nobody to let us in.
I mean, Kia!
Want to do the honors, Phelps?
Right, anything hidden? Well, I say hidden. Anything out on the table? Nope. Man drinks a lot of coffee. Probably on the crapper right now. That stuff is the diuretic. Okay. Nope. Apparently that gag disturbed my cat's sleep. He's just rolled over on me. Oh, hello, hello, hello. That's the bottom half of the letter from her mother.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body.
Hmm.
At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
It certainly does. Or at least as he was in her handbag at some point anyway.
Not much help.
Yeah, okay. What else we got? Ding ding. Ding ding. Oh, hello. Just walking back and forth over the evidence the entire time and not noticing.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Hmm.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where
Doesn't show you any evidence of such, but just take our word for it.
Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Considering we've already got one necrophiliac in this case, I don't want to know what he does with those pigeons to wake himself up.
A carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Yeah. Drunken bird usage. Probably a crime somewhere, I don't doubt.
That's the guy.
Okay.
I hear he's an honest cop. Now there's an oxymoron for you.
Who are you talking to? There's no one else up here but you. Nice bow tie, by the way. Roof access, roof access, roof access. There you go. The blatantly obvious open door. That'd be the one you had to go through. Good job. McGaffney, put down the Boyd.
Grosvenor McCaffrey!
Again, when he's running away, ever a good idea in this situation. All you've guaranteed is I'm gonna have to kick your ass. No, Cole, stop it. Stop it. Sure why somebody decided you had to reverse direction at the last second there. Or something that's coded in there to make sure you can't catch up to McCaffrey that fast. If you get too close, you back off for no particular reason. Keeping half an eye on where he's going.
Stay and fight the good fight.
It's kind of hard to get pumped up for these sequences when you've done so many of them. Especially when they force you to... His running speed is just slightly faster than mine. Except every now and again we'll hit an obstacle and he'll go down to walk speed to let me sort of catch up and then go back to full running speed. And see there where he's slowing down for no reason? Just let me catch up close enough to start doing the push X to tackle thing.
Under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
I think it'd be better if you could just boost your speed by tapping X anyway.
We need to get
It might be a bit more challenging than just following them until the game tells you you're allowed to now catch them.
You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you?
What, the delinquent?
So it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
Could be.
McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia.
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
I mentioned it before, but I do like these white tires. There's something so classy about them. Again, I like all the cars in this era. I like a lot from the 50s era. Aesthetically speaking, anyway. Fair bit of the music too, actually, if I'm honest.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, Jen?
It's
Eventually.
either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan is in one, McCaffrey is in two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellas.
Okay, now I have a little confession to make. I'm actually replaying the first minute and a half of this segment because I thought the first Tiernan question was bugged.
People who run from the police usually
Because no matter what I answered, I couldn't get it right. Truth was wrong, doubt was wrong. There was no evidence to present on lie. It turns out, remember how the bar was visible? Well, the game bugged out on me by taking me straight back to Central and locking out my chance to go back to the bar and pick up a vital piece of evidence. So the first question in the Tiernan interview, I just could not answer right, even though I know what it should be.
Evelyn was a lush and a boring one at that. You can't link her to me.
Yes we can. Got your name scored upon the books in her possession.
We know that you thought enough of her to loan out your copy of the Metaphysics.
I what? I did no such thing. That bitch stole that book from my apartment. The impudent fucking moron.
And that made you angry?
Angry? I was livid. Looking up at me with that stupid face of hers, begging me to forgive her. Aha. Very good. That's one to you, detective.
Want to? I think you just made my case for me, dipshit.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Lies. What makes you lie?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Well, just so happens, second half of this letter, which we found in your apartment.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Mm-hmm. Don't think it's going to be much trouble, really. I basically have the home team advantage here.
So when I found him, I returned the favor.
It's back in the day when lawyers had to be really, really damn good, or know a lot of influential people to get you off if the police really wanted to fit you up for something.
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Jimmy Olsen. Well, the guy who played him, at least, I think. Where do I know this little actor from?
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn...
Yeah, I'm avoiding that first question, because I know I can't get it right.
She wanted something of his.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better
You're not sure, just pushed out.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute. But, you know, I'm not so sure.
I bet that guy's done all sorts of weird
You and
things.
Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Bullshit.
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left, that was it!
Sorry, liquor store owner already confirmed she went and bought a bottle of booze for her boyfriend. So... booze. Yeah, there you go. Well, it says for a boy, but...
She left, but she came
Much
back.
as a cock as he is, Grosvenor would classify as a man rather than a boy here.
She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have.
Oh dear. Well,
She had nowhere to go.
guilt by association. You know, I just thought, if she's 40 and this is a childish romance gone wrong, if she's in her 40s, as I think it's supposed to be, he's clearly like, what, 18?
Use a lot of them to clear jams.
There's a cougar thing going on there. You're looking around the place, buddy. I don't believe you. Based on, strictures of this game, anyway.
That Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Cruel enough to kill, though? That's the question, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not asking that question, so I know I can't. Screw you, game. You cheated me out of my chance to get that question right, so fuck you. I'm not asking it. No. No, don't force me back into the screen. I said no. Circle. Circle. Fucking... See? Look. No evidence. I have nothing that proves your relationship to her. So I'm not asking the question. Fuck you.
No, don't go. We both want the truth here.
No, we both want a way to answer the question. Since it's not there, screw you, game. I'm leaving. Seriously, no time for that bullshit. I'm still angry at the game cheating me out of a chance to answer that by teleporting me straight to the next, event trigger. Locking me out of content.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
You're wearing that ascot. I believe you're stupid enough to do anything. But we do also have Tierman's accusation.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
As it happens, well, prove is a strong word, but guess the one who's willing to provide motive.
To testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help.
He came to some random nobody writer
went down.
for help,
I told
covering
him
up
he
a
made
murder.
terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan.
Smells like bullshit to me. But I suspect there's extra points to be earned by talking to little shit, so let's go to that. And of course, if the game automatically causes me to arrest him, now that I talk to him, I'm... Angry's not even going to be the word. There's been a couple of points in this game where it automatically kicks you to like the next part of the story without giving you a chance to finish exploring and such. It's deeply, deeply annoying. Nah, bomb one.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
Well, it's not really a lie.
You're
It's
lying, James.
me presenting an alternate fact.
Tell me
Or
what
concept.
really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box.
Leave that sofa alone, pussycat. Stop it.
He said I came in with him last night.
There you go, Vit.
He said that I killed Evelyn. And that it was all over the radio. And that he would protect me. And I don't know, Detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it.
Yeah, I really don't think you did, kid. It sounds like you took advantage of the fact you were drunk.
Was it me?
To create a setup. What it sounds like to me. Yeah, good. No, I'm not charging the kid. I really don't think you did it. Even if you did, that'd be manslaughter, and he's already got a shitty enough position in life as it is. Diminished responsibility and all that. Any chance to arrest someone who wears an ascot? So that little shit definitely didn't help.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady and never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in prison graveyard.
Call your shit-eating smug face, I swear. Just makes me want to hit you. Okay. 17 assets. Well, I know I missed at least one clue and one question, so that's bullshit anyway, game, but whatever. I got 4 marks. McCaffrey can write a tell-all memoir from his cell on death row. Damn straight. Okay, I'm honestly quite knackered right now, so I'm gonna go take a nap, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead. First platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first and try for the Nambus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes.
I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left.